Alright everybody, and welcome back to my channel. And today I am so excited for another brand new 2022 release. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the Lemax Graveyard Costume Party. Let's get into it. Okay, so right off the top here, I want to send a huge shout out to today's sponsor, Weffy's Closet. It's a great place to find all of your jewelry needs, whether it's holidays, summertime, anything and everything, she's got it. Weffy'sCloset.com or on Instagram at Weffy's_closet. Okay, so here we go. The Graveyard Costume Party. This thing is a ball of joy in itself, and it's really a great opportunity to pair with some of our other favorites from along the way. So let's look at some of the facts. It of course was released in 2022, and here's the SKU number off the top. It's going to be 23582. Now for some dimensions. We have 5.00 inches high, 6.42 inches wide, and 3.54 inches in depth. Look, it's not gigantic by any means, but that's kind of a positive here because with a piece like this, you're going to be pairing it up with something, it's an accent, right? So it's not going to take up a super amount of room in your village. So all things considered, it's really kind of a cool thing. Okay, so moving on. Product type is table pieces, also known as table accents, and it is made of resin. As for power, this is non-electric, so there's absolutely no lights, no soundtrack, anything like that. It is completely stagnant. Now let's talk price. I saw it going for about $18.99 on Erie Emporium. I do have no relation with them, but it came highly recommended from a lot of you out there. So when I'm looking at pricing now, if they sell it, I'm going to try to give you their thing within reason. Of course, they don't sell every single piece, but I've heard a lot of really good things about them, so shout out, sending our love that direction. But it's $18.99. Look, for $18.99, if it lit up or something like that, I would say, hell yeah, this is definitely a must-have. But it doesn't. That's the thing here. This is completely stagnant, and for $18.99 plus, of course, shipping in your area, and again, this is going to be the standard price for this piece, regardless of where you buy it. But I just... $18.99, it is, cool. It's not the biggest piece in the world, so I don't know. I would have liked to seen it a little bit cheaper, but, maybe if there's coupons at some point, then it's definitely worth it. But nonetheless, it doesn't take away from the fact that it is cool. Okay, so that wraps up all the facts here, so let's take a closer look. Okay, so starting from the top here, you are going to see some really cool detailed trees. They are semi-realistic, I think. The scaling's a little off for me on the trees, but nonetheless, it's really cool, but the people are basically almost as tall as the trees. But there are some cool things to see on them, everything from some bats to some pumpkins. Again, they don't light up, but they're still a nice addition. As you continue to work your way, you're going to see the sign, and the sign is really neat. I like the fact that they went with like the wood that, it's kind of like an old school thing. They just kind of slapped it on, painted the wood, that kind of thing. But it says Halloween Costume Party, October 31st. Join us if you dare. I'm down, absolutely. And if you paired this up with like the Graveyard Party, something like that, they could really fit well together, both theming and just the overall appearance. So I like that, and there's been a couple pieces this year that would pair well with that one. All right, so as we continue our way on this journey, you are going to see the figures themselves. They are all skeletons. Of course, they are past, and they have some cool little things on it. Everything from like, the pink dress really kind of sticks out. The cape, almost like a Dracula kind of thing, almost. We have a witch. I'm a big fan of witches. If you've been with this channel for a while, you know that. And they all have little things going on. Some are holding cups, a cane, even a broom, right? Because it's a witch. So, little details like that, they're definitely in there, okay? And when you're thinking about that price point, again, I'm going to talk about that the whole way. These are things you got to think about. Is the detail there? And it actually is, for this piece. It actually really is. So that's fantastic. As we work our way down here towards the bottom, you're going to see a miniature graveyard with about 3 gravestones. They all have sayings on them. They're kind of long, so, you can take the time and read it in person. I don't want to take up too much of your time here, but they're kind of cool. They're not quite as detailed maybe as some of the other stuff like the figures and things like that, but they also don't stick out as much as the figures and things like that. The ground as well is cool. It's painted to kind of look like that old dirt kind of graveyard feel like we've seen on a lot of other houses, and it's kind of a a decently wide base, you know, all things considered. I think what kind of throws it off for me maybe is just the scaling of the overall situation. But nonetheless, guys, there's not a bunch going on here, but what is going on seems to be done pretty well, you know, whether that's the detail in the trees or the figures or even right down to the ground, you know. So there is stuff to see. There's even a little fence in the background. I'm trying to show different things up here on the screen for you now, but nonetheless, I like it. I'm probably going to display it in my village this year. It's, again, keep in mind, this isn't a house. You know, it's just an accessory for your village. So you're trying to fill the space, you're trying to keep with a certain theme, whatever. This could be a good avenue for you. Definitely keep an eye out for those coupons, though, on this one, because if you can get it for a little bit of a discount, then it's probably definitely no question worth having. This about wraps up today's video. I want to send a huge shout out to our sponsor, Weffy's Closet. Thank you guys for continuing to support my channel. I'm so happy to continue to bring you the brand new 2022 stuff. Shout out to Lemax for making that happen. And also, I saved the best for last. I wanted to share right next to the witch, there's like this little, I believe it's a dog, could be, no, it's probably a cat actually because it's a witch. So there's a little cat. I'm a huge animal lover. And so anytime there's a little animal somewhere, hell yeah, I'm down with that. So it's cool, it's cute. You know, it was just one of those little extra things to spice up the piece itself. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And as always, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you on the next one.